It matters to me that I laugh every day. With that being said, oh baby, we can joke, we can laugh, we can do all the things, but what she don't do is play. There's a difference to me, and if you don't understand it, let me help you out with that. Good morning, sunshine. We are on our way to the W2 on this Tuesday morning. It is April 7, and I'm not sure what day of Vita it is. I do know that I'm not going to upload today because, you know, usually I like to do my uploads in the evening, but I have a work obligation, so I won't be able to even edit, put it together, go home, and plus by the time I get home, I'll be worn out. I hope you all are enjoying my little Vita series so far. What have I done? Just doing me, I guess, doing a little bit of shopping. Oh, I loved the bunny thing. That was so fun, y'all. If you have a chance to go and do an adult Easter egg hunt or anything like that, make sure you do it. Just have fun. I get into a lot of other fun activities when I'm with the kids, like when we have field day or something like that. They're always surprised to see me participate. Yeah, give me a water balloon. Shoot, got a little pent-up aggression. I ain't forgot that one time you stole my Skittles, or you know, I'm just playing. But I do participate in a lot of the activities. I remember field day and all of that stuff, and then we have another day where the kids get to buy different treats and all of that stuff. What else? Trunk or treat. So I have a few opportunities to do fun stuff, but it's usually with kids. Doing that with adults in a kiddish way brought an extra level of fun to me. I hope all of y'all get to have fun and dance and, you know, never be so grown woman. You know, like that's a whole vibe. We on some grown woman stuff, or we do not get so caught into that you do not have fun. I promise you, you won't regret it at all. But what else? Oh, I talked about my little boy with that little love note he wrote, "Hey love." But I was talking about that later with a couple of friends of mine, and I was like, I genuinely appreciate the fact that he took the time to look cute. You know, I'm sure his parents gave him the haircut or whatever, but you could just see him stroking his shirt throughout the day. He cared about his appearance. Like, he wanted to make a good impression on her. And I said, the sad truth of the matter is, I see a lot of grown men who don't put that much effort into approaching a woman, or, you know, using kind words and stuff. You know, you go out, have fun some evenings at a club or lounge. That really hasn't been my vibe. I like lounges, but clubbing and all that. But back in the day when I did, it would be a lot of times men didn't even bother to ask you if you wanted to dance in a nice way. It was like, want to dance? Come on. Or just hold their hand out, or like, he took the time. My little guy, he worked about that. I almost felt bad for taking that note, but babe, we're not doing that in my class. I'm sorry. And I meant to have a talk with him about it. I'll talk to him today. Then I'll find out what they talked about at recess too, because I'm sure they talked about it. Anywho, that's too much. But yeah, I'm like, I want to return to courtship. You know, that's what my parents called it, courting. I want to see men go back to courting and make you feel enticed or like you're missing out. Not like, oh, here go another one. And, you know, just, ooh, I like all that. I feel like when I go on a date, I like the specifics on my date. I want to know, I mean, I can be surprised, but how should I dress? How should I, you know, what's the vibe of wherever we're going? And then I'm going to dress up. I'm going to get cute and do the things that, you know, give him something to see across the table. And you can believe I want the same thing. I don't want him coming in any old kind of way, like he just got done wrestling a couple of bears and, oh, by the way, let me sit here right quick. I went on, I'm going to tell you, I don't even know what to call it to this day. I was about to call it a date because I was corrected into thinking that. But here's the circumstance. So I get ready to go out with someone, you know, that I've known for a while. And you know how you reach that stage sometimes where the guy might ask, hey, what about me? And I was like, never thought of it that way, but okay, what about you? So we make an arrangement to go out, and same circumstance, we met to go out. So we meet up. How about when I get ready to get into his truck, he's like, oh, just grab that and throw it in the back. No, she didn't get dressed to grab and throw. Okay. Let me back it up then. Because I thought when you said, what about me? You meant, but you just, because I'm just grabbing and okay, got it. Like it changed my whole mindset. And later when we were talking, he was like, people don't understand. They talk about women. That's what he really said. Women don't understand. They talk about relationship goals and stuff. They talk about they want to be on some Michelle and Barack, or they want to be on some Jay-Z and Beyonce type of vibe, which ain't you kind of old for that, but okay. But they don't meet up on their end of the bargain. And all I can think of is, but when I got ready to get in your vehicle, you told me to grab this and throw that in the back. So you mean to tell me if you were on a date and you were picking up Beyonce, you'd have her grab and throw? I mean, I think a lot of times men don't understand. You got to give what you want to get what you want. That to me just seems like a very simple premise. Treat people the same way you want to be treated. Y'all, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something about me. It matters to me that I laugh every day. With that being said, oh baby, we can joke, we can laugh, we can do all the things, but what she don't do is play. There's a difference to me, and if you don't understand it, let me help you out with that. I feel like once upon a time, I was not good at setting boundaries. But when I tell you something that has truly changed my life, is setting boundaries. I ain't even kidding. It hasn't even changed my personality. A lot of times I think people believe when you set boundaries, it really has to change your personality, and I'm about that life, and and da-da-da. Like I said, I'll joke, I'll laugh, I'll do all that, but baby, I'm still not playing with you. You ain't gotta be mean. You don't even have to say it in a nasty way. If your go-to personality or your natural personality is of humor, you can still laugh. You can still, be cute, keep it cute. Like they say, keep it cute. You can still do that and still have them boundaries in place, That's what I think people don't understand. I feel like sometimes, especially as women, along the way, we're taught that we always have to play nice and be cutesy and demure and all. But there's nothing nicer, especially for yourself, than having boundaries in place. Because when you don't have them, it's like you walk away. And trust me, I know. I'm the person who knows this, because I used to try to say yes to everything, especially when I was much more active in church. I would volunteer. Baby, I was on the choir board, the usher board. I was in the choir. I was in the usher. I was helping with Sunday school teachings. Like, I don't teach enough. That I was doing that. And then when I would go to my own adult Sunday school lessons, it was like, oh, but you read so well. You have such a grasp of how to read it. That butter you up first. We would love you if you would just read this. Oh, could you read this section? Led to lead this section, led to just every time I turned around, it was starting to get to be too much. And it took away my joy and my love of even being there. So again, when you set those boundaries, it's one of the nicest things that you can do for yourself if nobody else appreciates it. And a lot of times they don't. Like the people who most benefit from you not having boundaries, they love it when you don't have them. Baby, they'll work you like a mule. They'll see you tired, see you, hey, you need to get you a little rest. And I need you to rest up, Sister Brown, because, once you get rested up, I'm going to need you to get on the so-and-so board and help us with, like that. They don't really care about your rest. So you're going to have to do that for yourself. Gift that to yourself. Make a little more noise. I swear, I wish I already knew how loud this would be. But yeah, you can be nice and still have limits. I know a lot of people try not to have limits because they feel like that's a good way for them to kind of keep the peace and things like that. And not upset anybody, not rock any boats and all that stuff, but the peace you lose be your own. Like it, and people go right on, they keep on keeping on. You know what I mean? You lose your peace of mind and they keep right on keeping on. I've even had to say that, I've especially had to say that sometimes in my work environment. I do like to give and do more for those who have less because, I don't know that they're going to have a lot of teachers and opportunities that have that happen for them. And like I said before, I know education is the great divider. So I've been tempted to really overextend myself at work. Case in point, somebody came and asked me about doing something. And they were like, oh, I just remember you were really good at it. You did such a great job. Everyone was so happy. I was like, oh, yeah, I remember that. She's like, yeah. And everybody was complimenting. Yeah, I want someone else to grow in that. I do. I still said it nice and friendly, but it was already a no. And I've even had to tell people, oh, if I'm not mistaken, you did already ask me about this. And yeah, it was no then. And I'm just going to stick with that no. Now, before old me, when I was growing into it, I would say, yeah, I'm sorry. I'm still going to stick with that no. But I started realizing, as much as I don't care about saying I'm sorry, I started realizing that you saying you're sorry kind of gave that door a little crack, whereas I really wanted it to be closed. So I just took out the I'm sorry. Like, no, like they say, get somebody else to do it. I'm going to allow someone else to enjoy that. I'm going to let someone else experience that. Oh, it was a wonderful experience. That's why I want to share it. I think we should alternate that on an annual basis. Or, you just find your way to say it nicely. You can be kind, but you still have to have limits because you got to be kind to yourself. I swear I should have left my camera on, or at least the mic on. I took the mic off because a lot of people don't know that I do a little content creation on the side, especially when I'm venting about them. No sooner than I'm talking about setting boundaries and limits, that was somebody coming to ask me if I would help them out with something else. Now, what I know is the teacher who came to my door and asked me for help on something is close friends with somebody I already told no to. Y'all treat me like the kids. Y'all don't think I can put 2 and 2 together and come up with 7? I can. I got it. But anyway, I forgot where I left off. I was probably just saying you can say no and not lose your friendliness, because I'm still just as friendly with them. You see, they come to my door, they knock, they do their little highs, they invite me on little outings and stuff that I'm not interested in going on. I think for me, I have a good division. I told y'all I compartmentalize very well anyway, but I have a good divide for my work associates and relationships, my friendships. I have other associates that I know who are friends of my friends that it doesn't always work out that they're my friends too. People are in all kinds of little, I had my church friends. I think that's what I was talking about, how when I was in the church more heavily, they would ask you to do some of every little thing. I'm sorry, I'm distracted by noises outside my door. Because a lot of times, it's not just what you say, it's a matter of how you say it. You don't have to say it nasty, but you do have to say it clearly. Don't put that apology in front of it. If you're really not sorry, don't say you are about that when it comes to your personal space in your own boundary. Because if anybody should be apologizing in that instance, it's them. I'm sorry, I keep coming to you for this. They don't apologize. They just come at it from a different angle, thinking that this angle is going to be the right angle to angle you into what they want them done for them. As I've gotten older, I've also started understanding more that every yes I give to someone else is a no for me. It's a no for sorry, I'm banging the mic, but it's a no for spending the time in the way that I want to spend the time. So, yeah, I got to start giving them more no's because I deserve more yeses. And one thing I've learned in life, baby, if you don't give them yeses to yourself, you ain't gonna have them. People are content to watch you work yourself into a grave, an early grave. One of the things I learned prior to my dad getting sick, he was nurturing and taking care of his brother. And I could see how tired my father was sometimes of doing that. So it kind of made us pick up more slack for our uncle and understanding, Because one thing that does happen to caregivers is a lot of times it's some instances where the caregiver passes on before the person they were caring for does. And guess what? That's exactly what happened in my family. So yeah, start saying no. Stop stressing yourself out or allowing yourself to be stressed out. Doggone, I forgot I was supposed to be quiet when I'm cutting. We'll see how this pans out. I might have to go back and just chunk the whole video. It wouldn't be the first time. For me, it's unfortunate that it took me getting to a certain age to really get firm about those boundaries. I think when I was younger, it felt like I had buku time. You know, time is unending. And so I spent it giving in a lot of ways. I can't say that I regret it because I know that had I not been a giving person at that stage in my life, the lives of other people would have been much more negatively impacted. But I will say that beyond a certain point, I don't think I knew how to pour right back into myself because I'd never seen it. It had never been encouraged for me to do that. As I've gotten older, maybe I ain't got time to waste. I really don't. And one of the things I honestly don't even waste my time on is whether or not someone thinks I'm being mean or thinks I'm being selfish or, you know what I mean? Like I don't have that in me anymore. And again, people are content with letting you drain yourself if it means you're one more person who can help fill their cup. So yeah, you're looking for some ways to be kind and someone to be kind to. Some of the ways you can be kind is by setting boundaries. And the first person you need to be kind to is your doggone self. It's time for me to get started on our work event here. So I'm gonna put all my cutters and things away and I'll talk to y'all later. Happy Tuesday evening. I am back from my little piece of an event and trying to cook up a little food. I'm gonna make the bean salad, but of course I'm extra and country. So I am cooking my chickpea beans. I'm gonna have chickpea beans or garbanzo beans, whichever one you wanna call them. I grew up calling them chickpea. I didn't grow up eating them too much, but I did call them chickpea. Speaking of not eating them too much, I'm gonna go ahead and add what I did grow up with, which is black-eyed peas. Now for my chickpea beans, I'm gonna go ahead and cook them up a little bit. Season them up, do the thing, cause listen, I saw the viral bean salad and I said, they playing with me, right? They are playing with me. Because the last I knew, when you have black-eyed peas, peppers, and onions, them is called Hoppin' Johns. Or is that just a Southern thing? Maybe it's just Southern. But yeah, Hoppin' Johns. When you have black-eyed peas and you put in peppers and onions, that's called Hoppin' Johns. Let me know if y'all heard of Hoppin' Johns. So I was like, okay, so they got Hoppin' Johns. I'm watching, because you know I'm trying to lose some of this weight. I said, that's Hoppin' Johns. Look like they added some cucumber, a couple, 2, 3 other things. And the way I want to do it, I want to be able to eat it hot or cold. Because I can get real tired real quick of cold salad all of the time. So yeah, I'm cooking my chickpea beans. Chickpeas really is what we call them. I'm trying to combine garbanzo so I don't sound so countrified with chickpeas. But I'm gonna cook them, and to these I'm just gonna add a little garlic powder, onion powder, probably some Sazon, because that's my new crack. And the reason I'm doing it is because I want a little bit of different texture. If everything has the same kind of texture, I'm not gonna be happy. And also, the baby cucumbers did not look great at the store. Baby cucumbers are better to use because of their longevity. Like, they just last longer than regular cucumbers. You mess around with regular cucumbers and try to keep them for, say, a week, baby, you're gonna have zucchini by the end of the week. You do baby cucumbers and keep them around for the week, they're still cucumbers. But I don't foresee this lasting a week because I'm trying to get serious about my weight loss. So we are cooking the chickpeas. I won't cook the black-eyed peas. Really, is it cooking them now? Because they're really cooked. I guess I'm toasting them. So I'm not going to toast the black-eyed peas. And yeah, girl, we'll see how this goes because something got to get did. Quiggly.
I would like to get to know if I could be the kind of girl that you could be down for. 'Cause when I look at you, I
No, I didn't. Don't mind me. I'm just chasing down the ones I paid for. All right, so I've got my ingredients for my salad. The peppers and onions, jalapeno because I like a little kick, some cucumber. Again, I didn't have the baby cucumber, so that's regular cucumber, which means this salad needs to get eaten sooner than later. Black eyed peas, chickpeas, or garbanzo beans, whatever. And then in the middle, I've got a little bit of parsley and cilantro. So I'll mix it all up, put it together. I may eat it hot. I may eat it cold. I'm not even sure, but I have the options. There's a little bit of lemon juice in there. I did sprinkle in a little bit of the powders, the onion and the garlic powder, just for a little more flavor. And then if I want to eat it hot, I'll heat it up. I mean, basically, cucumber warmed up is zucchini, right? So it'll all be good. But, oh, good luck on my weight loss journey. This is what she's looking like, all shook up. So I think it's going to be pretty good. I am so glad I toasted those chickpeas. I am. Okay, y'all, please tell me, what was I thinking when I thought I was going to put them little pictures up on this wall and that be that? Like, they're nowhere near big enough. So I went back to Ross and I got these pictures, which actually they're like the tallest ones that they have. And I want to put 2 of them up here. And I think I'll just put a little light fixture over it as well and call it a day. Like those little lights they put over them, sconces, art lights, whatever you want to call them. I'll put those over them. I also got in, so those are going back. I have no other use for these pictures, so they'll be going back to Ross. I wish they had worked because those were $27 as opposed to these being too many dollars. I don't even want to talk about it. They were $60. They were $60. That's just me, I guess, being somewhat cheap. But yeah, these go back. I need to keep the receipt and hope I don't buy something instead. I need to do better about that. I end up seeing something and, I want to get this too. Oh, speaking of buying something instead, whoops, I might take back this beautiful bowl. It's a pretty bowl, but I cannot figure out I can't figure out how to style it. I can't. I had gotten some of these moss balls that I thought were going to be cute. First of all, they are way too little bitty. Because they came out looking like this. So it's too little, like I would need several of them. And then when I looked at them, I just didn't care for it. And they covered up the beauty of the bowl. So what was the point? I don't know. So that might go back to, y'all know I am not into decorating like that for real. I do what I like and I keep it moving. But I have not liked it being plain. Not since I took down, like my idea was, I'm going to take down stuff and that's going to help me see how I want to put things up. And then once I took them down, I ended up leaving it down for way too long of a while. I got y'all way back there and I'm ready to sit down. Oh yeah, y'all don't know it, but I have been soaking in the tub and my bruise is looking a whole lot better. Once again, want to make sure we don't show too much. But since I showed it to y'all before, some of y'all have asked me about it. You'll see it. Yeah, it looks so much better. So much. And I'm like, that's the new way of doing things. I'm about to start soaking every day in the tub. And anytime I have a bruise, because I do bruise way too often. So that's going to be my new go-to. But what else? Oh, that's what I was thinking when I was eating. That salad was good. Listen, I didn't even put any salad dressing on it. I ate it just the way it was, which was, it wasn't ice cold because I had the chickpeas that I had cooked and roasted or whatever. And then some of the veggies that I had just gotten picked them up from the store on my way home. So they were still like room temperature or whatever. But I was like, that's good. It'll be good cold. And for real, it will be good hot. So kudos to me. I'm glad I didn't put any dressing. It doesn't even need it. And I guess because I seasoned it throughout, it has some kick from jalapenos, which I might have left a pepper or two seed too many in there. But if y'all haven't tried that, that's good. Now, I don't know what it's going to do for my weight loss, but I don't see how it can't because it's a ton of fiber. It's the fiber that I'm trying to get in. I'm doing better with my protein. Like I eat the proteins I think that I need. I don't think you can have too much, but I'm good about the proteins. It's been the fiber. I have not been doing my fiber like I need to. So that is fiber rich. It's also dense. And then when I had it today, when I had it today, first of all, I had a little side of chicken that I already had in my refrigerator. When I have it tomorrow for lunch, I don't know if I'm gonna have chicken or I also air fried some fish. Like if I'm not air fried, I'm lying, I oven fried. I oven fried some fish. So like when I'm in the kitchen and I'm already at the stove, it's a good time for me to kind of just cook a couple of things. And y'all have seen me oven fry fish before, but so I didn't want to go into too much detail. Oh, here I am frying fish. But that's good to have that protein because I have to switch it up. I like salmon every week. That's just good for you. A ton of chicken. I've eaten a little more beef than is usually the case. And I feel like beef slows my system down. So I definitely want to eat the fiber to get in there. But anyway, I'm getting into TMI territory. But I was thinking when I was cooking my beans, I was like, oh, I hope I didn't sound too preachy about boundaries. Because I don't know. I don't know if that's a part. Is that a casualty of my profession or is that why I'm in my profession? I'm not sure. But I feel like anytime I know something, I got to tell it to the world. I got to tell it to somebody. I told y'all before I was at a store getting avocados and the lady next to me was getting avocados and she was getting really green ones or something. And I know for me, I didn't know better. Like when I first started picking avocados, I knew that avocados were green. So it made sense that I would get green avocados. I was like, why they got these rotten avocados? But them things was hard. And so I saw her and picking those green ones. And, I just casually mentioned, yeah, I remember I used to get the very green ones. I said, oh, you must be like a meal prepper. You take your time because, you of course want the black ones. I forgot how I phrased it in such a way. Because I was like, you want the black ones if you're using them sooner or something like that. And so she was like, yeah. She was kind of acting like she knew. But when she thought I wasn't looking, I saw her put them green ones back and get the black ones. So I don't know. I think, I don't know which way it goes. Casualty of my profession or that's why I'm in my profession. But I don't know something that I don't know how to tell and share in a positive way. But that's how I feel about boundaries. And I guess that it took me a minute to get that lesson, in part because I don't know what my deal is. I've been smacking more lately. Oh, I do know. I got a new retainer, baby. It's killing me. That's what it is. It's not in my mouth right now, but yeah, it's killing me. Anywho, I don't know. I feel like it was not to other people's advantage for me to have boundaries. And I guess that's the way of the world, is to no one else's advantage for you to have boundaries but yourself. That's why it's such a good thing and positive gift that you can give yourself. So I don't want anyone else to be in that predicament. I can't say taking advantage of, but can I say taking advantage of? I don't know. It was definitely advantageous for them for me to not have boundaries. And I think too, a lot of times when you start setting boundaries and things like that, or you just start in general, making sure you maintain and keep your own peace, or you elevate, or like, it's just so many things, whatever category it is that you start thinking about elevating yourself, you start seeing people's true colors. Like I had a family member, we were like this until I started setting boundaries and we got like this. But you know what? That's fine. Because had I never set those boundaries, I may have never seen that person for what they are and who they are. And I had some suspicions, I will say, along the way, as to what kind of person that was or is. It's not like I've killed her off. But it was definitely confirmed when I started saying no. And not even so much no to her, but yes to myself, yes to my own time, me doing my own thing, me being with my daughter, all of that. Yep. Started seeing it more. So I think too, I've seen people who are fearful of even being lonely because I don't know. And not to judge, but I've seen some people in friendships. I'm like, what? Why? I don't even understand that. And I think sometimes people feel like, oh, if I don't continue this, I'm not going to have friends, or I'm not like, there are really people who worry about being lonely. I talked with one of my coworkers and she was talking about her friend and how, because that's what we have time to do when we got to work in the evenings. We don't have kids in our faces. We actually get to talk. But she was telling me that she has a friend who was talking about being touch deprived. Y'all know about that? It's like when you don't have people in your life who touch you, or you don't have hugs, or you don't, and she's not a teacher. Lord knows she's not a teacher, because if she was a teacher, that would not be her issue. I'm telling you, I don't know what it is. I love my kids and I hug them and all of that. That part's good. But when we go to recess, I have to keep telling them, go play. It's like a boomerang or something. They want to stay right there in your face and tap and touch. And did I tell you this? And did I tell you? I'm like, go and play, go frolic, be a kid, whatever. It seems like a lot of kids now don't know how to just be kids. They're so used to hearing adult conversations or something. I might be out there with my teammate or something, and we might be talking about, okay, this is what we're gonna do for science, and they all up in it. Like, you'll see what we're doing for science when it's science time. Like, doggone. But a lot of kids, I think, really do. I almost feel like a lot of times I hear people, like when I go to the Walmarts and the Rosses and the stores I go to, I'll hear parents on the phone talking and the kids are right there. A lot of times they ain't talking about something a kid needs to hear. You know how you have grown folk conversations? A lot of times they're having grown folk conversations all up and down the aisle and all that stuff. Yeah. So I guess that's part of why. But back to our friend that was touch deprived, it seemed, what did she call it, touch deprived or touch depraved? Kind of means about, I don't know. But it was sad to me because I was sitting there thinking, like, have I gone through a phase in life like that? And I haven't gone through that. And so my coworker was like, yeah, it's a real thing. I mean, I've seen and heard of it before, but why it affected her so badly was because that's her friend. And she was like, you know, that I never would have thought that of her. I never would have. And when she said that, I was like, if I didn't just finish talking about checking on your strong friends and stuff like that. And so she was like, yeah, I missed that. I'm going to make sure that I invite her out to stuff more. We're going to do stuff more. And she was talking about including me in that as well. We'll see. I don't know. But I don't know what to do with that. Like, it's not my friend. I told her I really didn't want to go. I'm going to just tell y'all the truth. I was like, no, y'all need to, that was my boundary again, because she's a coworker and she's cool. We actually have each other's numbers, but we haven't been hanging, and it's April. You know what I mean? It's April. So I kind of feel like, it's April. We ain't been hanging all year. We'll be fine, and I'll hang out the rest of this 2 months. We got 2 months. Don't let me say 3, because baby, I'm ready for this year to come to a close. I am. I done worked hard. It's been a good year. It's been productive. I'm not even going to kid you. It's been a really productive year. The numbers in my class were pretty good this year. They kept it in the teens. I've had numbers closer to 30, and you just can't reach and teach as effectively when they're that high. They say in the meetings that it really doesn't matter how many you have. It matters. It definitely matters. If they've got statistics that say it doesn't, I don't understand them statistics, because I'm just not able to give that one-on-one attention as much in a class of darn near 30 that I can in a teens number class. So, but yeah, anyway, going back to what I was saying earlier about boundaries and how it's hard for me to have some and not talk about, or have some kind of knowledge and not talk about it. I really want y'all to know, I call y'all classmates because y'all be teaching me stuff just as much as I talk about whatever's going on in my life. So I don't want to come across preachy, but I just feel like I'd really be remiss if I didn't share the little bit of things that I know and the little bit of knowledge I've gained along the way. Because I see in my adult life and in my work life, I've seen people who agree to do something. Yeah, oh yeah, I'll serve on that committee. I'll do this, that, and another. And then as soon as the person who asked them goes away, they're like, oh, I'm so tired of being on all. You gotta say no. And these are people who are well into their 50s. So that's what kind of makes me know that, oh, she's old enough, but she hasn't mastered that yet. Or maybe she's worried that she's going to feel unkind or whatever it is. So that's why I talk about the things I talk about and the stuff I know. Now I feel like I'm rambling, and I probably am, because I start getting real chatty when I get sleepy. In fact, I can get drunk. I don't know if that makes sense, but I'm starting to giggle. I caught it. I heard it, but I start getting giddy and chatty and all the things, and I just need to go my butt to bed. I ain't finna play with y'all and keep preaching to y'all and talking. Good night. Love you. Don't forget to say y'all's prayers. I sure will. Sweet dreams.